my strength is coming back. Earlier, I wasn't able to, pick up anything. If I'm not sitting in a certain position, my arms would start getting numb or my neck would start getting stiff. Unthinkable for me to even sleep like this because that would cause so much pain.
Our procedure, it's been 6 months since you had our procedure. I want you to tell me the change, what you've noticed in this time.
The main changes I've noticed is that my strength is coming back. Earlier I wasn't able to pick up anything or didn't have endurance at all. Even if I'm able to pick up like a book, I won't be able to keep it in my hand for a period of time like a normal person would be. And my hand would be tired or it would start getting numb. If I'm not sitting in a certain position, my arms would start getting numb or my neck would start getting stiff. I had to lay down in a very specific position in order to sleep well, or sometimes I would wake up even in the middle of the night because my neck or shoulder would be cramping. So now, alhamdulillah, after 6 months, I can just fall down asleep in the plane like this, which was unthinkable for me to even sleep like this because that would cause so much pain that I won't be able to lift up my head for like hours. So now, alhamdulillah, after 6 months, even before the main recovery phase I started feeling was like maybe a month after the procedure. I was I started seeing a lot of good changes in me.
Okay, let's break that down. So I want to know very clearly. Now we met. You had the procedures. Then we met the day after, and you received at that point the Denerol as well to keep up with the home activity. You did mention, and we did document at that time, that you were feeling good changes at that point as well.
Yeah.
So then I want to know, when you went back, it became Ramadan. I want to know the clear progression.
It became Ramadan. I was quite dehydrated. I understand that your muscles tend to sore up or
Yes.
tend to cramp up during Ramadan because you're quite dehydrated. And I was using all the Denerol and I don't remember the name.
The prolordotic for your neck, neck exercise.
That was quite good for me, but the Denerol, that was giving me a bit of pain on the base of my neck. Maybe I was not using it correctly. I did watch quite a few videos where I have to put it, but still it was not doing that better for me.
And when was it discomfortable? When you were putting your head in?
When I was especially when I was putting my head inside that.
Okay.
When there was the pressure like this,
Yes.
it was really painful in the neck, especially at the base of my neck, and not the shoulders exactly, but the base of my neck. It was really, really painful.
Okay, and then tell me the change. Did that last? Did that continue, or did that then start to?
I stopped using the Denerol as per your advice, and that went away. That went away straight, and after that, I haven't felt any pain or anything like that.
So now compare how your body is now compared to before we did our procedure in the hospital.
It's day and night. The difference is day and night. I have a lot more endurance in my hands, a lot more strength in my hands. I can pick up a lot more weight than I was being able to pick up before the procedure. And now I can, when I go to the gym, I can take risks of picking up a bit more weight than I normally do and not be scared of hurting myself that bad.
So prior to that, even with the lower weights, if you had taken them, would it have aggravated you? And
it would.
Or there was a concern?
Aggravation was a very secondary sort of thing because I wasn't even able to hold it for a longer period of time. Wow. I didn't feel any strength in my grip or in my hand to even pick it up. So that was the thing. Even if I did like this, there's a certain amount of strength you feel in your grip. Okay, I'll be able to grip this, or I'll be able to grip that. That had totally gone. I was not at all sure about my grip. Like, if I'm picking something up, you felt like, my fingers would open themselves.
Wow. And now?
Now, alhamdulillah, I think like I can pick up. Like yesterday, I just pick up 20 kg dumbbells like that, and I didn't have any issues. I was holding them like this and shrugging my shoulders. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Before that, like doing that sort of a shrug, maybe like I was not doing any sort of exercise that would involve my neck or my shoulders. I was so scared of the pain,
Yes.
of the cramping up, of the stiffness that I didn't do anything.
Wow.
But now, like alhamdulillah, like I'm able to do all sorts of physical activities.
So you'd say there's no limitations on your body. You don't feel hampered by anything.
None at all. None at all.
Alhamdulillah.
Like maybe the limitations with age and everything is there, but as far as my neck and my shoulders are concerned, there's no limitation.
Wow. Wow. So you'd say that your body is healing.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, it has healed quite well, and I feel like myself.
Alhamdulillah.
Before that, I was getting a bit depressed as well, because obviously, if you're not feeling well physically, it affects your mental health as well.
Yeah. So yes, absolutely. So if we talk about a percentage, and you know what your level of health and your activity was, and if we start to lose that, then yes, that is going to have. That is going to have an impact.
For a person like me who's been active all their life, like not being able to do a lot of physical activities, that was quite a major concern for me.
And that was the turning point, I think, when you decided to visit us, right?
Like I wasn't even able to do a 1 hour or like 2 hour flight without being in pain for the whole amount of the flight, or maybe when I get off the plane, I was like in agony for the whole day.
How are flights for you now?
Totally fine. Totally fine. I don't feel anything. Alhamdulillah. Just like I used to, like a few years ago.
Yes.
Alhamdulillah.
And that was the key, So if you were to say, in what terms of percentage-wise you are on the health scale, for your standard, for the health scale, what would you say? If 100 means you're back to normal, like how you were,
maybe 90% or 95%. Like,
alhamdulillah.
I don't feel any I would, if I measure the last time I felt properly strength-wise or physically, that was back in 2018.
What was the situation in 2018?
2018, like I was able to pick up 3 times my body weight. So
you were actively training then? Or?
Yeah, I was actively training then and like doing everything like that. So now I feel if I want to, I can train for that and do it without any issues.
Alhamdulillah.
So
And
it's
that's
more or less the same. So that period, the 2017 and 18 period, just before the pandemic, that period I consider one of my fittest period in my life.
Yes.
So right now, I might not be 100% there, but 90%.
Alhamdulillah. From what I take from that is that if you so choose to take your body to those levels, you don't feel any limitation. You could take yourself to
none
that.
at all. None at all.
Alhamdulillah.
I can train for that.
Alhamdulillah. And that must be a sense of strength. And
I don't want to do that, but I know I can do that. My body can take that. I have the strength. I have the endurance. Alhamdulillah. So that's more enough for me.
Alhamdulillah. And what would you then say to somebody else who maybe has to come overseas, or they've tried many things in their home country, or they've been to different countries, they've tried
I've
different
already
methods?
told quite a few people, like I am a living example of it, and people who've seen me in a lot of pain and in a lot of agony earlier, now they see me doing totally well. So I've already told quite a few people who I've met and whoever is having any, I can only tell about the neck and shoulder problems because I went through that. You can get, inshallah, by Allah's will, you can totally get back to your complete health. It's not something it's not something which is too far gone, anything like that. You can recover, totally recover.
And how does it feel that the speed at which that happened, the fact that we've said in 3 days?
That is something that is something quite astonishing for me. It only took 3 sessions in the hospital and a few 2-3 sessions back in the clinic, and that was it. And I came back after 6 months, so I didn't get any kind of procedures done during that time. Alhamdulillah, I'm doing totally well, totally fine.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, Mr. Rafay, your body is a testament and to the care, and Alhamdulillah, with Allah's help, anything is possible, and Alhamdulillah. So well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you, sir.
Yeah, it's been totally my pleasure.
You're so kind as well. You've been so hospitable. We visited you as well in Lahore, and you and your family. Allah bless you all. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. May this relationship continue, inshallah. Good.